Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, Geno Smith, preseason, week 3, getting closer and closer to the regular season, but wanted to take a peek. Thought Geno looked really good, locked in, fired up. Let's get it going. Welcome to the QB School. Before we dive into the video, a quick reminder about the Quarterback School Patreon community. This group is the foundation, the bedrock of the channel. Not only is it a great, cheap way to support the channel, but you get even more Quarterback School content. So if you're wondering where that college football full game analysis stuff usually is, Quarterback School Patreon community, hop over there, join, become a member. I appreciate your support. As for this video, let's get into it. Geno Smith, preseason, week 3, right out the gate here, bounce the back, what I'm used to calling all stick. Again, I've got to be as happy as anybody that the preseason is over so we don't have to continue to see all these quick outs. Tough one right here. Flat defender kind of dekes him a little bit. Now, I consider Geno Smith one of the better ball throwers, like ball control, precision. And so when I'm saying here, quick out, I'm saying bottom of the screen, quick out, paired with stick. And it's usually mirrored on both sides. And usually just pick a side based on free access, flat defender, whatever you want to say. So free access would be outside, right? He's tighter up top, so I like it down here. And then width of flat defender is another thing I like to pay attention to here. So, you're kind of getting the same on both sides. I think he makes the right decision right here. Just as you go back to throw this unnecessarily difficult quick out, now it's to the boundary. So you kind of get, this guy's able to kind of play both, and then he kind of undercuts it. And now you're throwing essentially like a borderline, like 8-iron out there, and we just miss it. So it's not the end of the world. It's not, I think every team does their quick game footwork a little different. If this is 1-2 for them, could Metcalf come out of this thing a little flatter? Maybe. But I think that flat defender does a really nice job of essentially playing both. So if we're watching this flat defender at the bottom, and once we make the declaration that, hey, we're going to play this side down here, we're just going to have kind of be able to feel this thing and throw this thing out here to a spot. And I feel like he just kind of tweeners us. And again, it's the short side, it's quick out, it's all stick. You don't want to make a bad decision on these types of throws. These things end up being pick sixes if they're behind them or somebody, snakes one right there. So it's not the end of the world to miss it. I just think these are so unnecessarily difficult. Just for what? For 6 yards? For 8 yards? But if we're talking about just Geno Smith here, if they're going to go 2-step in quick game, 1-2, nice rhythm, all his cleats in the ground, rip it, good miss. Next one here, this is a beautiful throw, catch, hookup, and play design. So first thing here, we're going to throw the inside fade up top to the slot. It's a premium look, double press to throw that inside fade. Beautiful touch. Again, Geno can spin that thing, great base, great rhythm, 3-step gun, drop it right in the bucket. Just an absolute thing of beauty. So watch this drop, watch the base, 1, 2, 3, out, one hitch. That's a dot. You can see him fading away. Beautiful inside fade away. Late hands. Damn. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Now, the thing that makes this even better, I think, in my opinion, is what happens on the other side. So I don't think you see a lot of true kind of what I'm used to calling inside fade. So here's the inside fade, and that's what we hit. And that's great. And it's usually paired with a locked hitch. I think many teams will run what I consider like Y cross elements of it, whatever on the backside. I think that's just the way it's usually been done. I like running it with traditional drive here. So here's the drive with the shallow, and here's the in with the basic. Now, I talk a lot about this depending on what course or what video we're on here. This basic route to me is not just a normal in route. It's what I'm used to calling a burst basic. So what that means is that we're trying to widen this thing a little bit to open the hole for the in, come up, and if it's man-to-man, we want to have a real high football IQ awareness here, and we're trying to get a rub for the drive route. So if this player has him man-to-man, we would love to accidentally, intentionally run through him either with our path or with whoever's guarding us. So if our guy accidentally on purpose runs into him as well, then that creates this huge void, and it's essentially a backside pick. So watch this tight end route down here at the bottom. This is a thing of beauty. I get it. It's preseason. It's super clean look, closed man. But just watch this tight end. Besides for the glorious hair, he goes right through it. I mean, that is a, here must be here. That is a fucking clinic rep on that backside basic. Look at the drive route. It's awesome. So not only is it a beautiful throw on the inside fade, it absolutely is, but you can see what would be there if you didn't like the inside fade. So great touch, great rhythm, great quarterback play, nice route. That a way to drop it in. Love seeing that guy get some touches down the field. But look at that in. Look at that rub route. And I think 38's really doing it on purpose. Like he's holding that space. You can almost see, watch him look to the left right there and then work to collision their guy into their guy. That is art. Outstanding rep. Next one here, another beautiful play from Geno. We're going to go play action, and we're going to try to rip a dagger down here to the bottom. Now, it's going to be there, but we've got some pass pro issues, so we've got to kind of go scramble mode, salvage mode, and get it to the check down. So I don't necessarily think of Geno as kind of a world-class play extender, but he's got enough wiggle, he's got enough savvy to make plays like this. Now, there's a lot going on here we're going to talk about, but watch just the pocket movement, able to find the check down. More than anything, it's the awareness, right? We got to make a move on an unblocked DB. We're in the grasp there at the hip. We're going to our left, and we find the check down. Y'all, that's outstanding football. It's awesome feel. It's great understanding of who's who in the zoo. There's a lot to love here. Watch this fake. So we're going to set it to one side, come back to the other, and it just does 9 dirty. Like, great awareness getting it to the check down. That's just beautiful. It's really high-level football. So what's going on here full play-wise? We've got dagger to the bottom. Okay, so, depending on how you want to sort this thing out, this is going to be a big hit. Now, I will say, as we get into the season here, I'm used to calling that like a traditional clear, and here's that shallow underneath. As we continue to kind of, dagger's a staple play across the league all over the place. But these safeties, man, and I can't tell if it's defense's rules just getting better, but they're able to pass these things off where in the past, you would never see a middle field player play the middle, pass this thing off essentially to the backside corner because he's not threatened vertically, right? Because we talked about the shallow coming across. And he's kind of in this poach area where he could potentially come down here and get this. Now, I don't think he necessarily would, but I just continue to see safety play get better and better at passing these things off down the field. And it makes me nervous from a quarterback standpoint. Now, pass pro wise here, unblocked. Okay. The fake is so good with kind of the deke turn. We're selling this thing downhill. And as he comes out of this thing, you can see the defender full on stumble. He's going to tackle the back. And then he's like, damn, the quarterback's got it. So he's not really ready to break down, make a sack, but Geno makes him pay. So first here, let's watch that middle field player. Watch him potentially drive that dagger. See him pass it off right there and kind of settle. Now, he might be watching Geno too at the same time. But man, that's one of those throws where I'm thinking, oh, I got that for sure. Now, the other part here, watch this fake and watch, call it DB type here. I don't know their personnel enough. It might be the linebacker. Doesn't matter. Free, right? Running through the C gap. Whoop, whoop, stumble on the fake. And again, Geno does a great job. Strength, awareness, football IQ, go find a completion. Really nice job. So we're watching number 9 here. He's got the tight end man-to-man. Once he blocks, boom, you can see 9 go. He's engaging. Whether it's a green dog or a run fit. Watch the fake. Does he trip? I don't think he trips. I think that's just the fake. It's such a good fake. You get him going. Now we make a move, and that's beautiful quarterback play to find the check down. Again, there's a great feel a lot of guys, not many guys have, where once you move, you get a move off that initial spot with whether it's like a quiet shuffle, a slide, or a violent movement to reset, find the check down. And you have to know where the check down is. You don't just like luck into it. Know where it is, find him, get a completion. That is outstanding. That is great quarterback play. Halftime, you dig the channel and you haven't already, please like, subscribe, hit the bell, get the notification. I sincerely appreciate you subscribing to the channel. It does mean a lot to me, so thank you for taking the time and doing that. Again, the Quarterback School Patreon community, you know about it. Join, become a member, get even more Quarterback School content. We also have Quarterback School courses. Now, these courses are the premium content available through the channel. These are deep, deep dives in my favorite football topics. We have courses on RPOs, tempos, pass protection. The best-selling course is how to beat every coverage. We even have an entire offense available for you, so hop over there and enroll. You can check out all the courses through the new Quarterback School website, theqbschool.com. Hop over there, fun, interactive way to ask me anything as well and dive into the library of content available through the channel. Finally, make sure to follow me across all social media platforms. I appreciate your support. As for the video, let's get back to it. Next one here, little RPO, 3x1, weak side, inside zone up top. We're going to hit the slant to the number 2 down here to the bottom. Now, whether that's a slant or a hitch, it doesn't really matter. We're going to wrap it right around 1's ear here to the left. So he's unblocked. Nice patience, essentially like a second window type throw, a replacement RPO. I love it. So it's not that this is necessarily new football, but I do love seeing quarterbacks executed at a high level. This guy's unblocked, right? We've got 6 in the run blocking unit. We're running weak side, inside zone this way. So they can take care of these 4 and these 2. So this guy's on the quarterback. On the backside, we'll call this a slant. Looks like it's paired with a hitch, and you would just read this thing inside out. So not only do you have to read this conflict defender here, but then if it's not there right away, so 1 right out the break, you kind of have to 2 wrap it around him. So just nice feel, nice awareness. I like to see the kind of orchestration, the architecture of how they're going to do their RPO stuff. Right here, a really nice second level, whether you want to call that the nickel Sam. Number 1 is unblocked. Geno handles him. Again, really nice timing, rhythm, good way to completion. Again, another, love seeing 11 continue to find ways to get touches in Seattle. Just watch the rhythm that he's able to play this thing with. So we're reading number 1 on the left hash. Ball fake. Foot in the ground. On him. Wrapped right around the extended hand. Up and down before the safety. Really nice play. Next one here, touchdown pass, bottom of the screen. Little fade jump ball to Metcalf. We got a little Greg Roman special down here to the bottom. Drive up top with a new 2 and 3. Great job here, giving Metcalf a chance. Go up and get it again. I love the precision and the accuracy that Geno Smith has played with for a long time. But I think he's in an opportunity to thrive with it in Seattle, this opportunity. Again, I like the base. Don't necessarily love him working backwards. I know this, it helps when the defender falls down. But 14's a massive human out there, giving him a chance. Just watch at the bottom of the screen, the number 1. So when he makes this decision to throw it right here, I think in just about every other level of football, this is covered. So we've got the corner on top of our wide receiver. The corner is looking back. Okay, so he's whatever your verbiage is to stay on top of this thing, a one-on-one outside the numbers. This in the NFL with a number 1 receiver, and sometimes just in general, is open. So when I say it's open, you can't just chuck it up there and hope. You have to put it exactly where you want to allow this guy to go up, get an opportunity to high point this thing kind of away from the defender. And again, I get it. He falls, so it makes it a little bit easier. But I love the decision. I love the high back shoulder-ish type throw. Now, again, it's paired with what I sarcastically call the Greg Roman special over here. And then they're just running drive versus zone up top. So you get this basic settling down here. So everything, whatever you got up here, everything is working right to left. So the read is just the opposite, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right across the board. And it's just an excellent job being decisive, giving your guy, letting your dog eat here. Go up, beautiful throw, high point that thing, beautiful. I love the read. I love the decision. Now, footwork wise, if I'm being super picky, I really like the base. So there's never a heel click. He's locked in. That's powerful. But you can see him working backwards a little bit. Now, the flip side to working backwards like that is you do create space. And when you're in the red zone like this and you're not driving the ball, it's more of a touch, chip, wedge. It doesn't really matter. These guys are so strong. They've got the rotational force, the torque to be able to make these throws easy. Just in general, watching that back foot, right, back, and again, he's got the torque to be able to make this throw. Just not the habits you're always looking for as far as working backwards, but that's an outstanding throw. I thought he really flourished in the short amount of time in this one, being able to move in the pocket, to be precise down the field. to create a little bit. Just a really nice job. And the offense in general looking really good and smooth. So that is a wrap. Geno Smith, preseason week 3, super small sample size, but I thought some really high level football. I love the pocket movement, like the RPOs. You know, you're always going to get with Geno, I feel like, precise ball location, accuracy, timing, rhythm, those types of things showcased with the inside fade and the fade for the touchdown. But I also like to see kind of how the offense looks to be coming together as far as different ways to move the ball, whether it's RPOs, whether it's play action, whether it's Geno's pocket movement to be able to find the checkdowns and pushing the ball down the field and finding ways to get 11 more touches. All those things I'm interested in seeing with Seattle's offense this year. Thank you so much for hanging to the end. I'll see you on the next one. Have a good one.